Listen to me, men. Your life can be destroyed not by enemies, not by strangers, but by the choices you make with women. A single mistake, a single weakness, can cost you your future, your peace, even your soul. And I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here to tell you the brutal truth most men are too afraid to hear. Because if you don't learn these lessons now, you will bleed for them later. So pay attention, because here are 10 things you must never do with women if you want to keep your power, your dignity, and your future. 1. Never beg for her love. The first mistake, begging for attention, begging for her time, begging for her to choose you. A man who begs dies inside, because the moment you beg, you've already told her that she is above you, that her presence is your oxygen, that without her, you are nothing. And here's the brutal truth. No woman respects a man who begs. She may take your gifts. She may take your time. She may even take your body, but she will never take you seriously. You want love? Earn respect first. Respect yourself enough to walk away when you're treated like an option. Because the moment you start chasing, she starts running. Never beg. Stand tall. If she doesn't see your value, then she was never meant for you. 2. Never give up your mission for her. A man without a mission is already dead, and too many men throw away their mission for a woman. They stop chasing dreams. They stop building. They stop improving. They start orbiting her life like a satellite, and soon they forget who they are. Listen, a woman can be a part of your journey, but she can never be the journey. The moment you put her above your purpose, you lose both. She loses respect for you, and you lose respect for yourself. Marcus Aurelius said it best: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one your mission defines you. Without it, you are replaceable, forgettable, weak. So hear me clearly. Never give up your mission for her. Build, grow, rise. Let her meet you at the top, or let her watch you climb from a distance. 3. Never tolerate disrespect. This one will hurt, because most men allow it quietly. They ignore the eye rolls, the constant criticism, the public humiliation, the subtle cuts that chip away at their dignity. They think silence will earn peace, but silence in the face of disrespect is weakness. And women test men, not because they are cruel, but because they need to know if you are strong enough to lead. If you tolerate disrespect, you've already failed that test. Understand this. Respect is not asked for. It is demanded by the way you carry yourself, by the way you enforce your boundaries. If she curses you, mocks you, plays with your dignity, you walk away, not with anger, not with begging, but with silence and strength. Because a man who tolerates disrespect will live in chains, and a man who refuses it will be free. 4. Never make her your only source of happiness. This mistake destroys men from the inside. They make her their world, their sunshine, their reason for breathing, and the moment she leaves, they crumble. Listen to me. If she is your only source of happiness, you've already signed your own death sentence. Because women are not built to carry the weight of your entire soul. That's your job. Find your happiness in your purpose, in your discipline, in your growth, in your faith. And yes, share it with her, but never depend on her for it. Because the man who depends on her for happiness will always be controlled. And the man who builds his own happiness will always be free. 5. Never overshare your weaknesses. We live in a world that says, be vulnerable, open up, tell her everything. And yes, vulnerability has its place, but oversharing is a death trap. When you dump every fear, every insecurity, every wound on her, you burden her. And the brutal truth, the more you overshare, the less she respects you. Because women are wired to lean on strong men, not broken men who collapse under their own emotions. Don't misunderstand me. You can share your struggles. You can be honest about your battles, but never unload everything. A man must carry his own weight, share enough to connect, but never so much that she questions your strength. Because a man who cannot hold himself will not be held by anyone. 6. Never compete with other men for her attention. Another trap. 2 men fighting for one woman's attention. It looks weak, it feels weak, and it is weak. If she puts you in competition, if she makes you fight for her like a dog fighting for scraps, walk away. Because here's the truth. A woman who truly wants you won't put you in a race. She won't dangle herself like a prize. Real women choose quickly, clearly. So don't waste your dignity competing with men who don't even matter. If she's testing your value by comparison, she's already told you. She doesn't see it. Never compete. Stand firm. If she can't see your worth without a fight, she never will. 7. Never ignore red flags. You saw the signs, the constant lies, the disrespect, the games, but you ignored them because you were blinded by beauty, by lust, by fear of being alone, and now you're paying the price. Listen, red flags don't fade, they only grow bigger. If she cheats once, she will cheat again. If she lies once, she will lie again. If she disrespects once, she will do it again. Stop excusing, stop justifying, stop hoping. A man who ignores red flags is a man digging his own grave. Trust actions, not words. Respect yourself enough to walk when the signs are clear, because the man who ignores red flags will always regret it. 8. Never put her above your family, faith, or values. This mistake has ruined kingdoms. Men who chose women over their families. Men who chose lust over their faith. Men who chose desire over their values. And history remembers them as fools. Listen carefully. A woman can enrich your life, but she must never become the reason you betray your blood, your God, your principles. Because once you cross that line, you've lost yourself. The man who sells his soul for a woman will always end up empty. But the man who stands firm in his values will always stand tall. So never put her above the things that make you who you are. Love her, cherish her, but never worship her. 9. Never stop improving yourself. The day you stop growing, you start dying. And too many men stop improving once they get the girl. They stop hitting the gym. They stop reading. They stop grinding. They think the game is won. But that's when the real game begins. Because a woman doesn't stay with the man you were. She stays with the man you continue to become. So never stop sharpening your mind. Never stop building your body. Never stop elevating your spirit. The man who stops improving becomes invisible. The man who keeps climbing becomes unstoppable. 10. Never lose yourself in her. This is the ultimate mistake, the one that swallows men whole. They forget who they are, their hobbies, their passions, their friends, their very soul. They melt into her world until one day she looks at them and realizes there is nothing left to respect. Listen, love her, but don't lose yourself in her. Be with her, but don't dissolve into her. Keep your edge, keep your identity, keep your soul, because the man who loses himself for her will one day lose her too. Closing men, hear me clearly. These 10 mistakes may feel small, they may feel harmless, but each one is a chain that locks you into weakness, a chain that strips you of dignity. And if you keep repeating them, you will wake up one day broken, poor in spirit, and forgotten. But if you refuse them, if you rise above begging, above weakness, above disrespect, then you will stand as a man few can touch. The world does not need more men who kneel. It needs men who stand. It needs men who lead. It needs men who cannot be bought, broken, or bent. So the choice is yours. Stay blind and pay the price, or rise up and take your place, because respect, because power, because destiny belong only to men who refuse to bow. Now, if you want to be among those who will rule their world, subscribe to MindForge and you can go ahead to join the MindForge community. Link is in my bio.